The minority have been very charitable to the Bank of Ghana and the board of directors. They ought to have called for his arrest. There has been a violent and flagrant breach of the Bank of Ghana Act. And the least we expect of public officers is to give fidelity to the law. The law establishing the Bank of Ghana, passed by the Parliament of Ghana, says that the Bank of Ghana can undertake certain activities. It gives a threshold and a benchmark. There are also procedural requirements, all captured in Section 30. Tell me, which of those requirements were followed by the Bank of Ghana? But that is the law, that is the legal framework that establishes the mandate of the bank. Section 67 of the Act says that any infringement of the provisions is an offense, punishable summarily by 2 years imprisonment. So the NDC has been very charitable to the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Indeed, you see, the Bank of Ghana government, and if you want, the finance minister, the presidency, have been engaged in some criminal conspiracy
to
violate the laws of the country and put us in the situation in which we are. In fact, that's why I have said elsewhere that they establish a criminal enterprise. Why do you think that Parliament, in its wisdom, said that the Bank of Ghana can lend, because that is the lender of last resort, can lend to the Bank of Ghana, but must not exceed 5%? Because even though Parliament was passing the law, Parliament knows, and the people of Ghana know, that excess money supply in the system will lead to inflation. They know. And the inflation will put a lot of people in poverty. Does it come to you a little surprise that the activities of the Bank of Ghana and the government of Ghana led to 850,000 people moving into poverty? So if you are a governor of a Bank of Ghana, to perform your duties in accordance with law, and the law sets up a threshold and a benchmark for you, and you are being used or forced to do some things, your recourse is the law. Point to the law. Because that is the executive. If they think that what you are telling them will not meet their expectations and cannot do the work that they want done, what do? They go back to Parliament under a certificate of urgency and do what? And amend the law.
But what about Parliament itself?
Now, Martin, people, I just told you that under the law, Section 37 as amended, the Bank of Ghana, Ernest Yedu Addison, has a responsibility to report to the Parliament of Ghana.
So he didn't do that?
He didn't do that.
Okay.
Why didn't he do it? Was it impunity?
Well, we don't even know yet. I mean, because if it
No. You need to hold people in public office accountable.
But the question I have, because you're a former member of Parliament, is Parliament has the power, does it not, to get the Bank of Ghana governor to answer these questions? Or under the law, are they allowed to do that?
They're allowed to do that.
So why haven't they done that, and yet they want to occupy? Because that's the legitimate legal process to follow.
So the fact that they want to
get accountability.
The fact that they want to occupy Bank of Ghana does not mutually exclude.
But they haven't said that they will do that.
That does not mutually exclude them from inviting him to Parliament. And so these are two.
But you think that they will do that first?
Well, whatever they choose to do first is not mutually exclusive. Now, first of all, let's all understand that governance is not an easy job. The people don't get elected into office to do only easy things. That if you are spending money and the money is no longer available, you don't go forcing your central bank to give you money to continue to spend. You do what? You reduce the expenditure. This is what governments are elected to do. And so, to connive, conspire, to wreak havoc on the economy and put a lot of people into problems, into poverty and hardship is an unpardonable offense. That people who have led us into this stage must, or into this situation, must be held.
Okay, and I want to quickly wrap up with something that IMF said, and to jump on.
And then lastly, let me just conclude. I mean, IMF, we know that they have passed a vote of no confidence in the Bank of Ghana.
Well,
They've installed an external supervisor.